Hi folks, welcome back to Game Geeks. I'm your host, Kurt Wiegel. Today's episode is sort of a something old, and ironically something blue, or purplish, depending on how you want to look at it, of Fading Suns. Now, we reviewed Fading Suns some time ago. In fact, in our review episode, it comes in as one of my, if not my absolute favorite sci-fi game. Gotta hold out some love for Blue Planet and Dawning Star in there too, but there's just something about Fading Suns that just turns my crank. Too bad I can never figure out how to use it. Anyway, something old for Fading Suns. These are older supplements which are still readily available from a variety of friendly local game stores, online vendors, or from the Holistic Design site itself. They are Aliens and Deviltry, Lord Erbian's Stellar Bestiary, and Weird Places. Let's talk about these. Aliens and Deviltry is a reprint of two older books, Children of the Gods, which deal with the Ur-Uban and the Ur-Ukar races, and The Dark Between the Stars, which to me was a really juicy part of this game. So let's talk about these. First of all, one of the neat things about this book is it's printed a little goofy. The first book, which I'm sure you can't see here, but I'll hold it up anyway, is the Children of the Gods, and it's printed in the normal fashion. The back half, which is the Aliens and Deviltry, is printed upside down, which is really kind of clever so you can keep them straight. But I got in trouble reading this once because someone didn't think I was paying attention to them because I was reading a book like this, upside down, and they started hitting me for not paying attention, which just proved I needed better friends. So, what does Aliens and Deviltry bring to the table? If you like the background on the Ur-Ukar and the Ur-Uban, this is a great book for you. As aliens go, they've never really turned my crank. But this is pretty good. It deals with how they built empires, they built their own system, and how humanity really came in and pretty much wrecked it for them. The Uban, which are really kind of the elves in space, although die-hard fans of Fading Suns will start throwing things at their computers right now, deals with their background, and the Anunnaki, who are their gods. They sort of have a better line on the metaphysical metaplot, if you will, of what's going on in Fading Suns, but in traditional human fashion, we won't listen to them. The Dark Between the Stars, though, is just fun as heck, and here's why. This deals with a lot of the scary nastiness out there that the church tells you is bad, and in some cases it really is bad, folks. You've got things like the Sathricists, who are waiting to drain your soul. You've got the psychic covens that are dangerous. And finally, and my favorite part, you've got the demons. You've got the antimonists, and you've got what's really going on. To me, this is sort of a highly propagandized view of what's really going on in the Dark Between the Stars and the aliens that exist in the blackness and the monstrosities that are out there and how they want to get in and interfere with human development. I like this book. It's a great resource. Like I said, I'm not as nuts about the Ukar and the Uban, but I'm really into the second half of this book, which is The Dark Between the Stars and the Monsters. Lord Erbian's Stellar Bestiary. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody needs a critter book for their game, and this is the closest you're going to get for Fading Suns. This is set up as sort of a travelogue of what this guy found, discovered, and hunted. There's not a whole lot in here that your game can't live without, but if you really want to add dimension and depth and interest and a certain amount of truth and verisimilitude to a game that's set in the 50th century, if you really want truth and all that there, then this is a great one to have because it deals with, honestly, by and large, some harmless critters you run into out there, but it's nice to have there so you can know, well, what would possibly be running around Lemmincainen for them to trip over? Hey, that's kind of cool. And you can dig it out. Unfortunately, it's not organized by planet. You have to dig through a little bit. There's a lot on the Decados worlds. I noticed as I was flipping through here, there's a lot on the Decados worlds. And as long as you're okay with that, and it's actually kind of cool that they have most of the monsters, then hey, good for you, go. This is set up as is Aliens and Deviltry with a dual stat, both Victory Point, which is the standard game system for Fading Suns, and the D20 system that came afterwards. Finally, Weird Places. This brings a lot of strange, it's kind of adventures and kind of setting and a lot of interesting background, strange places for your characters to go to interfere with things. For example, It gives you the map of Pentateuch and deals with probably the most mysterious of the church-held planets. It deals with a haunted church on Manitou that you have to go dig through and look for a relic. There's symbiote excursions on Bannockburn, which is one of the planets you really don't want to be. Finally, what's kind of neat to me is it gives you 2 of the places that you can go to shop. Now, it doesn't, and you're thinking, why do we need a mall in Fading Suns? Well, you don't need a mall, but it deals with the Grand Market on Istaker, which is the kind of place where you can go to find anything you want for a price. I love that idea, sort of this really creepy, almost like the beginning and the very end of Hellraiser sort of market. We're in this sort of Arabic feel where you go and they're selling things and you're hunting for something and it's just dangerous and creepy and has this nice overfeel to it. I love that idea. And it also gives you Barter, which is a traveling market in space run by the Guild. It's basically a bunch of stations and spaceships spot welded together that just drifts through the jump gates. And that's why no one gets rid of it, because it just goes away after a few days, few weeks, few months. And the church would love to shut it down, but yeah, good luck with that. So 3 older setting books for Fading Suns still bring a lot of really good stuff to the table. Again, they are Aliens and Deviltry if you want the Erbian and the Urukari, or a lot about the Dark Between the Stars. Lord Erbian's Stellar Bestiary as the Critter book. And finally, Weird Places, which is a lot of nice background to go to and investigate in the Fading Suns, which has so many options, which is really probably the weirdest world, with one of the weirdest settings in a very weird world at the best of times. For Game Geeks, I'm your host, Kurt Wiegel. Good day and good gaming. What was it?